Welcome to Entertainment Tech. My name is Sarah Luke.
And I'm Candace Barbara.
Today we've got a great episode filled with TV shows, movie reviews, and all the latest celebrity happenings.
Let's start with some TV reviews.
The most recent episode of The Vampire Diaries was emotional, or shall I say emotionless. Our questions were answered from the last episode, and yes, unfortunately, Jeremy is actually dead. Bonnie was determined to bring Jeremy back from the dead by following Shane's plan of killing a dozen people. But we find out that the frightening Silas is now masquerading as Shane. When Elena finally comes to terms with Jeremy's death, she has a breakdown and pours gasoline all over her house and threatens to burn it down as a cover story for Jeremy's death. In an attempt to calm Elena, Damon sires her to turn off her humanity so she will not feel any more painful emotions. Despite Damon's attempt, after she turns off her emotions, she does indeed burn her house down with Jeremy's body inside. This show will definitely have a different tone to it now that all of Elena's family is dead. She no longer has a connection to her humanity, and the Gilbert household will never be lived in again. Don't miss The Vampire Diaries when it returns Thursday, March 14th at 8.
Alright, my Bachelor fans, we have 3 girls, a tropical island, and a fantasy suite. This can only mean one thing. Paradise is about to end for one of these ladies. But who? Romance is hard to miss out on this island, but as Sean mentions on his date with Catherine, when the cameras are all away, it's just you and me. So what does this really mean? Who truly is the right girl for Sean? Sean just loves pushing these girls to their limits, and Lindsay proves herself by eating a bug. Ashley's commitment issues are tested in this follow me blindly into a tunnel date, and Catherine is asked a series of questions about settling down and commitment, which seems to be Sean's biggest concern with her. Each lady returns to the fantasy suite for a nice talk. Don't worry, fans, it's PG. Remember, Sean is a born-again virgin. So after all of this romance in tropical paradise, whose heart is broken? Yes, unfortunately, it was Ashley's time to go. Without saying a word, she retreats into the car, and Sean is left to sit on the bench and ponder his decision more. Ladies Tell All is next week, and we get to catch up on who already got the boot. I'm sure there will be lots of drama. Tune in Mondays on 8 on ABC to see the ladies go head-to-head with Tiara.
So The Bachelor seemed fun this week. They went to Thailand.
Yes, I mean, I would love to do that, but I was really upset that Ashley went home.
Yeah, I mean, we've talked about Ashley before, how we think she's, a great girl, but it was clear watching this episode that it wasn't working. Yeah.
Like she literally reminded me of a lovesick puppy dog, and he was the owner, like, shoo, go away type of thing. I mean, even at the very end with the videos, and he was watching them, you could just see that he liked Lindsay and Catherine so much more.
How awkward was that? The videos in his face, he was just like, you could tell he was upset because he knew she was going, and in the video she was like, I'm not broken anymore because of you. And
it was so much, and it makes me sad, but at the same time, part of me is just so skeptical about The Bachelor in general. So I'm just kind of like, how much of this is scripted? All of that. So you don't know, but in the end, it's not very nice to see someone heartbroken no matter what.
Yeah, and Ashley got a lot of criticism for when she left. She didn't really want to talk to him. She said at one point, like, stay here while she goes to the car, and then she did allow him to explain himself. But I really
he didn't
think
really explain himself. He was just kind of like, but wait, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
Like, okay, thank you. That helped a lot.
I think people are being too hard on her because think about if you were in that situation. Everyone is watching you. You just got dumped. You said you were in love with him like 120 times.
Yeah, really.
Obviously she can be upset. I think the Women Tell All next week, she'll get her questions answered.
Oh, absolutely.
And she'll be more put together, I think.
Oh, it's definitely hard. I would honestly, I probably wouldn't be as composed. I'd be like, get out of my face. Leave me alone. I'd be really obnoxious. But
yeah. So now we only have 2 ladies left. We have Lindsay and Catherine. So what do you think about the 2 girls?
Well, Catherine, all of a sudden out of nowhere, she's like, yes, I can be committed. I could settle down. And I'm just like, okay, really? Because I feel like you're just kind of wanting to win.
Yeah.
I feel like there's this competitive vibe to this girl, and she just loves winning. Lindsay, I like. I kind of want Lindsay to win.
See, the thing is, I don't really like Lindsay. I think Lindsay, she says she's ready to settle down. She's only 24. And I just think she's too young I don't know. I'm just not crazy about Lindsay for some weird reason. I think I'm
You get that
holding,
vibe.
yeah, I'm holding the wedding dress thing against her. When she showed up
Oh,
the first
yeah.
night in the wedding dress, I still kind of think she's weird. And then she got completely drunk the first night, so I think I'm still like holding that against her.
I mean, she's 24. What do you expect? I
But
mean,
if
that's
you-
only 2 years away for us.
But if you go on The Bachelor, just like keep yourself together, you know, like.
I don't know. I think I'd probably be like Lindsay if I went on The Bachelor.
I totally would not. I would just be like, people are gonna think I'm like crazy. But I think she's redeemed herself. She just seemed like a nice girl. I think her and Catherine both seem nice, and hopefully whoever he ends up with, it lasts. You know?
I hope happiness for either of them. I just loved how he pointed out on the show, like, when the cameras are all gone, who will you be?
Yeah.
Will you, like, when he was asking those questions, I was like, thank you. You know that the show changes people.
Oh,
And
yeah.
in the end, you're going to be stuck with them or else you're going to look like a fool
Yeah.
to the nation.
Because people act so differently when cameras are around and when they're not. And I
Definitely.
would be really scared if I were the Bachelor or Bachelorette when you choose someone, because who knows, those girls might be there just to boost their career or something.
I would. I'm
So,
just kidding.
we're not going to be filming next week or the week after because of spring break. So
Yay.
I'm excited for spring break, but by the time we come back, there will be a finale. So we'll talk about what
Lots
we think
to talk
about it.
about.
You know, I've said before, I already know who wins, so I'm not going to say it. No, wins his heart. Let me put it that way.
Oh,
It wins his heart. There should be like a cash prize at the end of this thing. I feel like people would try to stick around more if there was.
Probably.
I don't know. So, The Bachelor's, so fun. But Sunday, I was freaking out because the
Oscars.
Oscars. Oh my gosh. I just,
So good. My
Love
mom
it.
came down for the weekend so I could try on my ring dance dress and get it fitted and stuff, which I'm so excited for. But anyway, so it was always a tradition when I was in high school to watch the Oscars with my mom. So we sat down, glasses of wine, daiquiris, we like mixed it up a
Aw.
bit and watched it, and we were just laughing the whole time. Can I just say, Seth MacFarlane, I love you.
yeah.
Love you. Like,
I think
so funny.
I love how he can sing, and then, I didn't know he could sing before this, so.
Me either, and especially at the very end as well. I was just like, oh, because I missed the very, very beginning, so
Yeah.
I missed the opening song. But
I mean, I don't know. The beginning was so long. His beginning intro or whatever it was, honestly, it was way too long. By the time they got to the first award, I feel like it was like 30 minutes into the show.
really, I have to.
It was kind of ridiculous how long it was. I don't know, but I did think he did a great job, and it was a wine-filled, fun night. Love the
Definitely.
Oscars. So we're going to talk about some of the winners and what we think about them. So one of the upsets of the night that no one predicted was Christoph Waltz winning supporting actor.
I saw that coming, to tell you the truth. I really
Yeah.
wanted him to win. I love him. I loved him in Glorious Bastards. I loved him in Django Unchained. I really think he's a great actor. He's funny, and he really knows how to play his characters.
Yeah, I agree. My vote went to Tommy Lee Jones, even though I didn't see Lincoln. I just went with who won the other awards.
That's true.
And when they said Christoph Waltz, I literally was like, yes! Because he was so good in Django. He was so good. So,
It was just because,
Yeah.
if you think about how Quentin Tarantino does his movies, which I want to talk about his speech, by the way, because that was so funny. Peace. Anyway, the way he does his movies is they're funny, but to the characters, it's dead serious.
yeah.
And so you have to think about it in the way when you have to get in that mindset as the actor, you have to be dead serious. Like, this character is serious, but you know you're hilarious.
Yeah.
So I think that's a really tough thing to play with, and I think he did a fantastic job with it.
He did a great job. And now, supporting actor went to who we thought, Daniel Day-Lewis. And as I said, I didn't see Lincoln, but I thought his acceptance speech was adorable. I loved it.
Yeah.
The way he said, my wife's lived with many different men over the past how many years, because he is one of those people that really gets into character,
Yeah.
any role that he plays. He just seemed really humble, accepting it. He was joking around with
Definitely.
Meryl Streep. I was happy for him. Even though part of me was like, Bradley Cooper. I knew he wouldn't get it, but
Yeah. Argo, that was a surprise. I didn't see, we saw Argo together actually, and we loved it so much, but I don't know, I just thought it was going to go to Lincoln, but I was really happy with Argo.
yeah, I wanted Argo so badly because Ben Affleck didn't get the nomination. So when Argo won, again, I was like, yes, oh my God, because I don't know, I thought it was going to go to Lincoln.
Yeah.
Actually, after all those Life of Pi wins, I thought it was going to go to Life of Pi
I
after
was
a while.
happy that Life of Pi started winning stuff because I didn't see it, but my roommates did. And they have said such positive things about it, and I really want to read the book. I'm picking it up. And I really think that's one of those movies that leaves you thinking for a good while afterwards. It's not one of
Yeah.
those feel-good movies. It's one of those movies where it's like, I appreciate everything in my life. So I think that was really good that they won something, especially because it was so different compared to the other ones.
And you know, that director was just adorable. He seemed so excited, so happy, anyone who won anything in his category. So when he did win Best Director, I was excited for him because everyone who was a part of that movie said continuously, this director is amazing, and it wouldn't have been the way it was without him, which was why I was upset. Really upset, that Argo won Best Picture and Ben wasn't nominated. This is apparently the first time since 1990 that a film has won Best Picture and the director wasn't nominated. Because what is the film without the director?
It's not, especially because Ben Affleck, he wrote a lot of it, and he acted in it, and directed in it, so he's the whole package, and produced. He's the whole package.
He ended up getting the Oscar because he was one of the 3 producers, in addition to George Clooney. I love George Clooney.
Except for George Clooney didn't say anything at all.
I think that was good, though. He knew it wasn't his. It was Ben's speech to make, and then whoever that other guy was.
The other guy.
So Argo's actually out on DVD already. So if you haven't seen it, watch it. You will not regret it. It's so suspenseful. It's so amazing. All right, Anne Hathaway. Obviously, she was gonna win. So happy she won.
I loved her. I loved her speech as well. Really thought out, and you could tell she really appreciated it. And it's so amazing to look at her from Princess Diaries to now, and how much she's developed as a person. And she looked beautiful with her. Like, you know, like most people cut all their hair off, they don't look good. I think she looks beautiful with short hair.
Her smile is so big. You know what I mean? It's not like her hair. I'm not crazy about short hair, but her personality overshines whatever she would look like, I think.
I agree.
All right, and I was so excited, of course, about Jennifer Lawrence, that she won Best Actress. Jennifer had a little accident on her way up to the stage. But you know what? I think it fits her character so well. She's such a real and genuine person. Her falling just makes people love her even more, you know?
I just loved her, like, the post awards questions that they did for her. And she was just, they're like, oh, like, what are you wearing? She goes, a top and a bottom.
Oh, yeah.
She is such a down-to-earth, normal person.
Like, what was your process getting ready? I took a shower and put my dress on. Like, she just is she's so real. My favorite quote of the night was Ryan Seacrest was interviewing her beforehand, and he was like, so how's your day been? And she's like, oh, I haven't had anything to eat. I'm so hungry. Is there food here? And he's like, yeah, there's food after the show. And she goes, wait, after the show is so long. I'm so hungry. And she's like, wait, I'm worried about food when I'm nominated for an Oscar right now. Like, she's just such a 22-year-old, you know? She's such a kid, and I love it. I think it's great.
I appreciate her.
And then when she fell, and she's like, you guys are just standing up for me just because you feel bad that I fell. It's hilarious. I was really happy she won. She really deserved it. Silver Linings was great. So go see it if you haven't.
I have to go see it. I haven't seen it yet.
All right, now there are many moments of the award show that we liked. My favorite moment, I think, was when Les Mis sang All Together.
Oh my God, they were so good.
I was having like a heart attack when Anne came out. I'm like, oh my God! And her dress was gorgeous in that in that song. I loved it. It was great.
I thought Hugh Jackman did a great job. I got chills. I was just like, you're amazing.
Yeah.
I love him. I thought he was gonna win something.
He did do a really, really good job. And we want to say congratulations to Hokie alum Jeff Consiglio on his Academy Award for Best Documentary Short Film. He's actually a 1983 graduate, and he was the editor of the film Innocente. I just think that's awesome.
Yeah.
I wish we knew more about it when the Oscars were going on.
Yeah, it's nice to see alumni from our wonderful institution do something with their careers.
Yeah, I think that's fantastic, and I want to see that movie now.
Yeah.
All right, we're going to quickly go through some of the worst dressed and some of the best dressed. So one of the worst dressed is going to have to go to Miss Anne Hathaway. Love her, hated your dress. The Devil Wears Prada, she wore Prada, and it just did not work. It didn't. Yeah, it was a little awkward in this area.
Yes.
And that's what we'll say about it. She actually had a last minute dress change because the dress she was planning on wearing apparently looked too similar to someone else's dress. But you know what? I think she should have gone with her original dress and said whatever. You know, she would have looked better. And then absolute worst dress of the evening I thought was Brandi Glanville. She's Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. As you can see from the picture.
Why was she there anyway?
Yeah, why were you there, Brandi? I don't understand.
Why are reality TV shows at this? I'm sorry,
Yeah.
you can't act. You're getting paid to look stupid.
Yeah.
Get away from people who can actually do something with their lives.
I know.
Sorry.
And you can see from the picture, self-explanatory why. All right, best dressed, Amy Adams. She had, very full light blue dress. I just thought it was gorgeous on her. She looked great.
Yeah.
Naomi Watts just looked so glamorous. I love the top of her dress, the cut of it. It looked great. I thought it fit her perfectly.
A trend that I noticed was everyone had little trains on the back of their dress,
Yeah.
which I really liked. Like Sandra Bullock. I loved her dress. She looked really pretty.
She looked great. Charlize Theron looked fantastic. She also had a train on her dress, and she has this short haircut going on from a movie that I'm not crazy about. But again, hair doesn't matter. She looks so gorgeous.
Yes.
Who cares? Reese Witherspoon, speaking of hair, had the best hair of the night.
I agree. 100%.
I was obsessed. The curls were just perfect. She looked fantastic, and she wasn't nominated, so I think she had a really understated elegance to her. So it wasn't taking the spotlight.
It was nice to see her dress, and she dresses classy, so it was nice to see her like that.
Someone who was nominated that just went all out was our Jennifer Lawrence.
Her dress was huge.
But I loved it. She was ready to win. She was.
Yeah.
She had the big dress. She wore white. You know, from Miss America, you wear white, you win. So she really,
I didn't know that.
She followed those rules. All right, now my best dress of the night pick goes to Jessica Chastain. I just thought she looked so gorgeous. The dress fit her perfectly. The color was beautiful. Mm-hmm. Her hair was great. I love the red lip. It really just pulled everything together.
Yeah, I agree.
It was great. So, in my opinion, there were more best dressed this year than worst dressed. I thought everyone looked great.
It was nice to see them pull away from a lot of the times it tends to be like trying so hard to be over glamorous, and this year I thought it was more simple and elegant, which was nice.
Yeah.
It was nice to see that.
I agree. So I'm sad the Oscars are over. Happy with the results, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
The only person I was so mad to even see there was Kristen Stewart. Don't get me started on this girl. I do not like her. She looked stupid in that outfit. Her hair looked stupid. She looked like she was high, and she wobbled on that stage, and poor Dan Radcliffe was probably thinking to himself, please, God, please, why would you do this to me? Why?
I don't get that.
I don't like her, but anyway.
We could go on about Kristen Stewart all day.
But we'll spare you.
Yeah, we're going to have to spare you on that conversation. So stay tuned because featured anchors Alexis Craghead and Stephen Hunter are up next.
Working with SPPS allows me to capture incredible moments in this school's history.
It is just so rewarding when you work with a literary magazine like Silhouette and you get to see students publish their artwork and express their creativity.
I get to film all of my favorite events on campus, and that's why I love VTTV.
The CT is the voice of the student body, and I love being a part of that.
Being a part of WUVIT allows me to host my own radio show.
I love being part of the Bugle so I can help students remember all the great memories they made here at Tech.
Welcome back to Entertainment Tech. I'm Alexis Craighead. This week on Deception, Edward let the cat out of the bag. By holding a press conference, Edward revealed the Bowers family best-kept secret of the 107 participant deaths in the test phase of Lyritrol, and not the reported 12. The family is now torn, and Julian is forced to work against his brother after his father has disowned Edward from the family. Flashbacks of Julian's old fling Audrey are shown, possibly making her responsible for Vivian getting hold of the Lyritrol files. Mia's biological father is in need of a bone marrow transplant and looks to her as a donor. Joanna is sent on a mission to deliver $500,000, but is kidnapped in the process. Sophia Bowers has been communicating with the inmate by the name of Wyatt Scott and hopes to elope with him. With only 3 episodes remaining, the drama continues as the Bowers family slowly starts to fall apart. Make sure to tune in Mondays at 10 p.m. on NBC. Thursday, Seattle Grace Hospital dodged yet another bullet and lived to see another day, but not before Dr. Bailey had already prepared to go on job interviews and Catherine Avery came to town to convince Jackson to move back to Boston. After Jarek, Meredith, Christina, Arizona, and Callie all worked secretly trying to find an investor, the big company Pegasus passed on their offer to buy the hospital. Amidst attempting to convince Jackson to assume more responsibility at the Harper Avery Foundation, Catherine decided to play hero and save the day by purchasing Seattle Grace. The only catch was that the foundation wanted one seat on the board to be filled by none other than Mr. Jackson. There will be a mini hiatus for the next few weeks, but tune in Thursdays at 9 p.m. on ABC to catch more Grays.
Hi, I'm Stephen Hunter. This week on The Following, the tension rises as Ryan Hardy finds himself captive in the house where 3 of the cult members are holding Joe Carroll's son. Meanwhile, Carroll's ex-wife is taken hostage by another cult member elsewhere. Hardy plays the cult members in order to distract them so that he can strike, using the opportunity to help the other hostage escape. Meanwhile, the FBI moves into both locations to take down the cult. Just when it seems that a complete victory is at hand, reinforcements arrive for Carroll's followers, including one of the local police officers, allowing the cult to escape with Carroll's son. The FBI is left wondering who they can trust and how far this cult actually goes after the betrayal of the local police officer. Tune in to The Following, Mondays at 9 on Fox. On Modern Family, Claire goes to her college reunion by herself and runs into her old professor whom she used to date. She's embarrassed when Phil shows up unexpectedly. That is until she meets the professor's disgruntled wife and realizes what a mess his life became. Jay is desperate to win a bowling match against his company's rival, Closets, and he's willing to do whatever it takes to win. Cam uses baby Joe in a photo shoot, and Lily accidentally glues a wig to his head. They try desperately to remove it, but when it won't come off, they finally decide to do the right thing and try to pin it on Manny. Check out Modern Family, Mondays at 9 on ABC. So, have you seen The Following?
No, I haven't. What's it about?
It's about a cult of serial killers led by one former professor serial killer, played by James Purefoy. His character's name is Joe Carroll. It's probably the most intense show that I've seen on regular cable TV so far. I was wondering how they're going to play it out with the cult members and how long they could keep that going, but they seem to be doing the writing pretty well. I'm excited to see how this is going to go going forward.
Wow, what season is it?
Oh, this is the first season. It just started.
Okay.
Yeah, this is the 5th or 6th week. Yeah.
So it's a cult of serial killers.
Yes.
Wow, and okay, who do they kill? Do they have missions or?
He's the main leader of the cult is kind of waging a war against the FBI agent who caught him before when he originally went on killing. Yeah.
Interesting. Well, maybe I should tune into that one. Cool. Well, that's it for now, but Sarah and Candace will be back with movie reviews.
This is CJ. She is about to eat a delicious and nutritious meal from the new dining center at Turner Place. CJ orders the same thing every morning: a blueberry muffin, a banana, and a water bottle. This is her favorite time of the day, enjoying her meal while thinking about the beauty of campus in the fall. Most mornings, though, CJ pays no mind to the compost bins located inside Turner Place. Unfortunately for CJ, Park, the hipster, who obviously knows what is cool, has been watching her and does not approve of her composting habits. Let's see what would have happened if CJ had composted correctly. Here we see CJ dispose of her meal correctly. The water bottle goes into the recycling bin, the bag and the leftovers go into the landfill bin, and the banana goes into the compost bin. CJ knows now that organic materials like vegetables and fruits go into the compost bin. Good job, CJ. And this time, Park wholeheartedly approves and looks like he wants to ask her out. He does. Look at that. See what happens, CJ, when you compost correctly? You get a cool hipster boyfriend. So be cool and learn how to compost. Who knows? You may even get a cool hipster boyfriend like Park.
Welcome back. Now it's time for some movie reviews. As everyone on campus prepares for their spring break trips, the movie Spring Breakers is hitting theaters soon. Fandango says, Britt, Faith, Candy, and Cotty are best friends anxious to cut loose on their own spring break adventure, but they lack sufficient funds. After holding up a restaurant for quick cash, the girls head to the shore for what they discover is the party of a lifetime. They're thrown in jail and quickly bailed out by Alien, a local rapper, drug pusher, and arms dealer who lures them into criminal underbelly that is lurid as liberating for a close-knit gang of girlfriends who are still figuring out their path. The film stars James Franco, Vanessa Hudgens, Ashley Benson, and Selena Gomez. Catch Spring Breakers in theaters March 15th.
Attention all action fans, Jack and the Giant Slayer is coming to theaters. When Jack, a young farmhand, unknowingly opens a gateway between his world and one of a fearsome race of giants who wish to reclaim their land, he is faced with the greatest battle of his life to stop them. Fighting for his kingdom, its people, and the love of a princess, Jack comes face to face with legends he didn't believe in. Starring Nicholas Hoult, Stanley Tucci, Ewan McGregor, and Ellen Tomlinson, this twist on a classic tale hits theaters March 1st.
Now it's time for our favorite topic, celebrity gossip.
Yay!
So, Saturday night, Christina Applegate married Martin Lee Noble. And you know what? I actually thought they were already married.
I didn't know that they weren't married.
They have a daughter together.
Yeah.
So, that was big news, and she's talked about her ring because it's Neil Lane. I'm jealous.
Of course,
yeah. But, good for them. I know she's gone through struggles with, her breast cancer in the past, and
yeah.
I'm really happy for her.
I like when celebrities get married and they have a kid together and it's a happy ending.
Me too. Not so happy ending. Bobby Brown actually was sentenced to 55 days in jail and 4 years probation because of a DUI, and he was driving with a suspended license.
I saw that coming. I mean, really, Bobby? How many times? How many?
It's so sad. It's so sad that people kind of put themselves in these situations. I don't know. Best of luck to your 55 days in prison. I doubt it'll be that long. Jail. My bad. Jail.
Yeah.
There's a difference. I learned in class.
Oh, God. Well, anyway, a sad thing. Michelle Williams and Jason Segel split. I'm really sad about this because I love them both. I think Jason Segel's really attractive, but that's because I think he's hilarious, and funny people always are attractive to me. But
I know. I was really upset because they were together for about a year, and I would always see pictures of them in New York, and he would be with her little daughter, and they just seemed like they were
happy.
Yeah, they were so happy, and Michelle Williams deserves some happiness after Heath Ledger. That must have been really hard. So, hopefully this is for the best for both of them.
If not, get back together soon, please.
Yeah, I'm kind of crossing my fingers. Like, I'm not crazy about either person. Like, I don't follow either of their works, like, crazy or anything.
I like Jason Segel a lot, so I tend to follow him.
Yeah.
But it's always... Your Mother.
Oh, yeah.
Such a good show.
But it's always nice to see people, happy together. So hopefully if they don't get back together, they'll find somebody else. Okay, in a story, I was just like, oh my God, when I heard this. Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds went to go visit a pediatric hospital in Canada because that's where he's filming one of his movies. It's just like really sweet. Apparently, they ask questions like, how is your son doing? They're really interested and wanted to help these people out.
It's nice to see celebrities give back that way because when you have that much power, I don't see any reason why you shouldn't do it.
Exactly.
You should really make effort to make other people happy because there are always people less fortunate than you, even any way, shape, or form, so it's always nice to give back.
Yeah, especially with celebrities. Like, there was one quote Jennifer Lawrence said where everyone gives her all this credit, and she says, I'm not a doctor saving lives, and I'm not a fireman running into burning buildings. Like, I'm a celebrity. It's stupid,
Yeah.
But despite that, they still have some sort of way to make people feel better.
Absolutely.
And it's nice to see Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds actually do that.
Something about it.
Yeah, and there's a picture of them holding a newborn infant, and I think it might be a preemie because it's really, really small.
It looks small.
And it kind of broke my heart, but those parents must have been like, wow, they cared that they're going to come visit me. And it kind of brightens your day when you're going through a really sad time.
Absolutely.
All right, well, I know what my mom was excited about. The new Dancing with the Stars cast was announced, and there's a mix of usually C-list stars. It goes from athletes to ex-reality stars,
And then a couple A-list actors that you like, but that seems to be dwindling down lately.
Yeah, I feel like there's less and less A-listers going on right now. But there's two people I'm actually really excited for. Lisa Vanderpump from Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. She's just hilarious. She's British. She's so funny.
I just hate any of the housewives stuff. I'm sorry. I hate it all. I don't really like reality TV, and that just housewives, basketball wives, any of the wives. I'm just like...
The thing that gets me about the wives is they're paid. It was reported something like $250,000 like for a season or something. And that's ridiculous,
You know what I could do with that money? pay the loans I'm paying to get to this school. Hey, donations, please.
Go ask
That'd be
Lisa
nice.
Vanderpump for some money.
Yeah, really. I'm just going to write her a letter.
You know, but I'm looking forward to seeing her dance because she's funny. Someone I'm super excited about is Allie Raisman. She was a member of the Fierce Five from the Olympics, and she's going to be on the show too. So at least she has, you know, had major success in her life, and so
and actually earned her success.
Exactly.
That's
I
another way
think
to
she's
say it.
doing this because Sean Johnson was so successful on the show.
Sean Johnson.
Yeah, so she probably saw Sean and was like, "Hey, I can do it too."
Exactly.
So maybe I'll actually watch the show because of them. And it's going to be Monday, March 18th, right after The Bachelor ends the week before that. So catch up on Dancing with the Stars if you want to get a little pep in your step. All right, well, that's all the celebrity gossip we have for now, but thanks for tuning in. I'm Sarah Luke.
And I'm Candace Barbara.
And this is Entertainment Tech.